now. All right. So now, as I was saying, basically, as all of us or most of us might already know, this Pagan Academy Limited, a training institution established and operating in Nigeria. All right. And so far, we do trainings across various tech courses, well curated tech courses that are in demand. All right. As it stands now, we have 8 courses on our platform that we are offering. All right, video editing and motion design is part of it. And then we have data analytics, we have user experience design and user interface design, the one you know as UI UX design. And then we have the mobile app development, full stack web development, and the front end web development, the sessions we had yesterday. And then tomorrow, we're going to be having sessions on cybersecurity and digital marketing. All right, so these are the 8 courses we have on Pagon Academy's platform right now. And these courses are well curated in the sense that any one of them you are picking is a great deal because these are in-demand courses, right? Courses or fields or professions that people need every day. Every day, people need the services of video editors. All right, that is the truth. The media, the advertisements that you saw on Facebook was the product of media. All right, um, all the videos that I've been posting in the group here and there on daily basis or once in a while are products of video editing or product of media as a whole. All right. In like manner, UI UX design, full stack web development. These are like as I was telling them yesterday during the session. I said everybody today has a website, business website, personal website, government website, educational website. So the opportunities in technology is limitless. That is what I'm trying to say. Is limitless. All the fields. Is it cybersecurity you're talking about? The advance or the advancement of the digital space today has called for security measures on the online space, and that is what cybersecurity is all about: protecting the digital space. Once in a while, you hear people say, "My Facebook account has been hacked, my WhatsApp account has been hacked." If cybersecurity specialists are not in existence, that occurrence is going to continue. All right. So the work of cybersecurity specialists are to protect the digital space. So any field you choose, whether it is video editing or motion design, there is immense opportunity available for you. The only thing, one thing that is going to be a barrier to you is number one, is your willingness. How strong is your will? How strong is your will? That's what I was telling them yesterday. How strong is your will? If your will is not strong enough, definitely you'll find excuses to give. The people that are raising up their hands, I'll attend to you. Let me just finish up this introduction before we begin with questions, if there are any. All right. So the opportunities are immense. I see some people ask me after the learning of video editing and motion design, what can I do? Well, how can I get a job and all that? And the first thing I always say, so as a response to that question, is first thing, don't focus on the money, focus on the skill. All right, that is the first thing. If you have the skill in any of these fields, the money will follow. Assuredly, I can tell you for sure. All right, the money will follow. All right, now doubling down on video editing and motion design. What is available? What is sorry? What is there for you as a person, as an individual who wants to learn video editing and motion design? All right. First of all, like as I will always say, the jobs are available everywhere. If you go to Fiverr, most of us, madam, I know Fiverr. Fiverr is an international freelancing platform where people go to get where people go to give jobs and people go to receive jobs. So you have sellers and buyers available on Fiverr platform. So that's an amazing place that some person can start with after acquiring the knowledge of this skill. All right. So, and that is going to be part of the curriculum that we are going to be treating in this tech camp. All right. We're not just going to give you the knowledge, we're also going to give you tips and tricks on how you can monetize that skill. All right. So that is it. Um, now, before I call up the instructor to um, begin the session that we have today, I would like to, the people that have, some persons have raised up their hands. I don't know if they have any question to ask, or if you have a question, okay, Mr. Richard, you have a question. You can unmute your mic and ask the question. Mr. Richard.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm a graphic designer and video editor, but I want to polish it more. So I was asking, you see, I want to know if this course is being pursued after that 3 months or let me say 6 months. How do you get like big companies to work with? How do you get them?
All right. Perfect. I believe that is one of the questions that I'm going to ask the instructor today, because the instructor has been a video editor and a motion designer for years, all right, editing for media companies, all right. So I believe he's going to be in the best position to give clarity to that question. It is part of the question that I'm going to ask him in this session. So just stay tuned while we continue, all right. Is there any other question so far before we begin to engage the instructor? Any other question? In the absence of any other question, we can proceed. So the instructor is already here, all right, Mr. Ekwak. So can you briefly unmute your mic and introduce yourself to your students, telling us your background experience in video editing and motion design so far?
Okay. Good evening to everyone. I believe everybody can hear what I'm saying right now. I want to know if my sound is audible and it's clear enough for everyone to hear. Please, if you can hear me, just at least unmute your mic so that I can see your icon if I am communicating. All right, good.
Yes, we are communicating.
Yes.
All right, good.
Mm.
All right, thank you very much. Our moderator. My name is.
I'm in noise, so I have to mute my mic.
Mute your mic. Okay, thank you. All right. So the moderator said, Mr. Ekwak. Sorry, my name is Olubayode Akanni. So when you go to Instagram, you see me as Olubayode Akanni. On Facebook, Olubayode Akanni. Okay. So Ekwak TV is actually the platform. Let me say the media platform I am operating on as a film director, a filmmaker, a content creator, and then a content digital marketer for brands. So my name is Olubayode Akanni once again. Like he rightfully said, I have been working with a lot of brands before now, and then I started as an industrial designer by academic pursuits. I finished from the University of Technology, Akure. We all know that to be FUTA. And then I proceeded, I did industrial design. It's popularly known as IDD. Industrial design, you know, before entering, I was thinking, design. Anything design is always, you know, every student going for job in trying to choose a course, you know, you want to like, okay, let me just, all right, IDD, like design. But when I got into the field, I saw that it's more of like science, let's say 60% science and like 40% arts. And then, but what really helped me was that there's a course we always do along that time in FUTA in the Department of Industrial Design. They call the course computer aided design 101, 102. That's CAD 101, 102. So that was the course that introduced me to all the softwares that I will be needing in this journey. And I'll be listing the software for you. We have the Cinema 4D, the Premiere Pro, and then that as at that time there was nothing like CapCut. So I will be explaining all this software. You'll have heard about CapCut, Premiere Pro, and the rest, and then Photoshop, all the Adobe suites, and then a little bit of mechanical engineering software. So that was the department that introduced me to that course, and that course introduced me to all these, softwares. And then I began to pick interest, with the softwares, and then the softwares led me to start, shooting content. I actually wanted to like do something, because we'll be given assignments and projects, do something with the, softwares. And that was how I picked this interest in videography, anything visual, graphics design, Cinema 4D, and then animation, so to say, that we call motion graphics today. But I'll be explaining how motion graphics, is different, is vast, and it's not actually what we really know it as. It's something simple that you can do, because there are a lot of softwares now, a lot of platforms now that you can do simple motion graphics, and then you apply it, arrange it in such a way that it's going to make a very huge impact, and then people will think, wow, this is beautiful. It's just like you arranging, like giving you a blank room space and then setting up your space. For example, now for we students, that we just got into 100 level, choosing an apartment for ourselves, you just look for a place, put your bed, look for a place, put your chairs, and then just dress it effortlessly. So it's actually similar, design in general. You're given a blank space, design it the way you want to design it. Probably you might be listening to this course from inside the room right now. The way you design that room, let another person come inside that room and evacuate everything you have, and come back. If it is a person that is very design oriented and a design fanatic, you will want to come back to that room. That no, I want this room, but that was the same room you never wanted before. So that is how design is like. Design is like giving you a blank check, write anything you want, giving you a very spacious room, put whatsoever you want to, design it up, make a king want to stay here for 2 hours and not leave. That is just the idea. Then how it now depends on you, what you will do inside that small room to make a king stay. We kings really are people of high taste, and then they, it's only things that get their attention that make them stay long. So that is just is. So no matter the tax you're giving, no matter the material you are given, a good designer will make something attractive and simple out of it. The basic, geometry and very interesting part of design is simplicity. Simplicity that makes you wow, that makes you want to like have that thing. Do you understand? You can be given, two people can be given theory materials to make something, and then one person may choose to use just one material, and another person may choose to use all the three materials. And then the person who uses all the three materials, you won't really want it. You always want, you always want the person that if he uses that material, just single material, well. So that is just the basic scope of what differentiates a good designer and an awkward designer. So that's how I got my interest into designing. And then after, we all want to like finish school, go for our service, and the rest, and we get our certificate. And after that, I just went straight into the film industry. I met with a cousin of mine who actually was in the industry. They call him Yemi Joje. He's a continuity personnel in Nollywood. And then I met with some. I never wanted to become an actor. I actually want to be. I really want to be the boss in anything I do. So I don't want to be out. I want to be where the money is. Where the operation is. Who is controlling this thing? So I knew that the person who always control every production is a director. So I tried to, move very closer to the director, and then that's how I started, piling up my background certification. I went to PEFT, got my certification in directing. I later went to, I did some few, one-on-one training on the field jobs to as an AD. AD means assistant director. Never forget, along this line, I was always learning softwares that makes, because I always want to see how the final product will come out. And of course, for any movie that comes out, there will always be a still photographer, there will always be a cover design, there will always be a graphic design, inviting actors to sets. So that's how I began also to know how to apply the Photoshop and how to make different designs to like that. Apart from the knowledge I had in the school, in the class, and then I later had the opportunity to go to Accra, that's Ghana, and then I did my advanced directing. Then I came back a few years back, not quite long from now, and then. But before I came back, I worked with Excelsis. You can go to Instagram now and Google and go to and check Excelsis, shot by Excelsis. When you open the page, just go down a little bit, you see all the pictures or videos of all the workers that you find me there. I work with Shot by Excelsis in Ghana, and it's Shot by Excelsis is a travel journalism company. They are the one responsible for Ghana channel. Most of the content you see on Ghana channel were done by me, Asiedu, Jerry, and some other co-workers there in the office. Then I work with smilebaba.net. Smilebaba.net is a radio personnel, a freelancer from what's it called? Kenny and Keke Ogumbe's radio station in Nigeria. So that's just a freelance of it there in Ghana at Spintex. If you're familiar with Ghana very well, it's called Spintex. I worked with Smile Baba, the owner of the radio station, to do some content and then to undo some e-commerce adverts, like all these motion graphics adverts. And then I think that's okay. Then I worked with Sunshine Olaware's World production. That's a movie company too. I work in the studio as a chief editor. But all this Nigerian company, all this Ghanaian company, but the owner of the company is the Nigerian. So all these Ghanaian companies owned by Nigerians always want you to multitask. So I was also assisting in sound, assisting the still photography, and also after the production, I sit back in the office, in the midnight, I jump on the edits, and that's how I was able to get in contact with a lot of Ghana actors. All these actors, they always want to come into the editor's, office to always, make him feel good, so that at least more of their headshots can come out in the final project. So, basically.
All right.
Basically,
So let me just come in at this point. So I know there is a lot of things to talk about the various experience. Like I know that you have been there right for a very long time. All right. So I just want to pick out some few points to let the people that are listening know that the persons who are bringing on as instructors at Kegen Academy are people that are doing, right? Not people that just know how to do. Okay, there are people that are in the field. There's a difference between doing and knowing how to do. They are two different things. Like as I was telling them yesterday, I said somebody can go, especially in Nigerian universities, people study 4 years, 5 years computer science, computer engineering, but they didn't write one line of code all through the 4 years. So that's very unfortunate. So there's a big difference between knowing how to do it and actually doing it. So Mr. Michael, our instructor, as you have heard, he has worked as a video editor, assisting as a director in film and production. And so there is a lot that they are going to benefit in the course of the training with him. One thing I want to point out, Mr. Michael, the audience is actually combined. It's not only Nigerians that are here. We have Nigerians, Ghanaians, and other African countries most. So when you're talking about Jam, about Nollywood, maybe okay, I think Nollywood is an international name, so everybody should know what is Nollywood. Yeah. So you just speak generally, not really um um centrally in the country where we are. All right. So now we don't have there's not much time, so I would have allowed you to say some more stuff about your experience, but I believe that in the course of the training with the people that are going to get enrolled in the course, they get to know you better and what you have done so far. I think he has just listed some um, social media handles that you can check out where you can see his works. So it's not just about talking and talking, you can see what he has actually done. You can search Excel, I think Excel Media, is it? Excel Media, if I'm correct.
Shot by Excelsis. Shot by Excelsis.
Shot by Excelsis Media. All right, so you can check that on
And then
Instagram.
you can also check Fives Up Niger Digitals.
Okay. Okay.
Fives Up Niger Digitals spelled as number 5, IVES, Niger Digitals, all together.
All right. All right. That's perfect. Okay. So let me quickly go to the next question I have for you, Mr. Michael. In your view, why is this field important today? Like, why should I learn video editing or motion design? Like, how is it going to be applied in the real world?
All right, thank you very much. Can everybody hear me? Please, I just wanted to unmute and probably hear a few responses, please.
If you can hear, can you just unmute your mic? And
Yeah, hello.
Mr. Eric, okay, and Mr. Richard.
All right. Okay, good. So now, the question is, why is it very important in the where we are today? I know the video and the motion graphics field, they offer a very wide range of job opportunities, and then it's really vast. I can categorically tell you that I barely finish an offer, from a client or probably from a company. I barely finish it before another offer comes in. That is to tell you how businesses, thrive in the world we are right now. I'm talking about, sorry for using Yoruba, I'm talking about the world we are right now. Like some years before now, when a lot of online platforms hasn't yet been introduced into our world, that might not be true. But since the inception, especially the inception of the now meta world that we have right now, I'm talking about the social media space, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube. Since the inception of that, the video editing, motion graphics field have really been let me use the word hot cake so that you understand in a layman's language literally what I'm talking about. It has really been hot cake since that inception. So here in Nigeria, most of our businesses thrive by what we call the sponsored ads right now. Before, we thrive more on the traditional method of advertisement, like the newspapers, like the one-on-one, adverts. They call that market storming, where you have some promoters, on field, discuss. And then back then too, I'm still talking about traditionally, when a producer finished shooting his movie, his or her movie, he had to like get them in CDs and start hawking one-on-one. And then some of them use the box office, like the one we have in Nigeria, in the National Theatre. I don't know what you have there in your own country. Most of them use the box office. So when the online media started, all these were improvised, and then we started having the likes of Mary Njoku, the likes of Netflix, the likes of Vimeo, the likes of Amazon, and then started taking most of our intellectual works digitally to people who can't even meet the director one-on-one. We have a lot of content we've seen now that we don't even know who produced or who directed them, but we love those content. So that is one of the reasons, that's one of the magic this age has done to our work. So it makes video editing and motion graphics design very in demand to a lot of companies. Tell me, just name any business today that doesn't thrive on the visual aspects of advertisement. Is it banks? We have banks. In fact, most banks now thrive on adverts not shot by bankers, not shot by nurses, not shot by doctors, but shot by media personnel. And the end a point of it is getting to the table. We call it bench of the editors. Any content that editors don't, any content that doesn't pass through the hand of editors, you can't like them. I am saying this categorically, except the person who shot them has the idea of editing. No matter how you budget a production, you have to keep separately the budget of the editors, because those are the people who made all your sweats. It's just like you having a baking company, and then you went ahead to buy the baking machines, the oven, the dough mixers, and all the equipment and ingredients that you need, and then you bought them, and then you don't have a baker. You don't have a baker who would work on all those equipment and materials. You will find out that you will eat your bread as a flour. Let me use that word. You eat it, and you know the implication of that. Nobody can be healthy after eating something like that. So that is how, as water is to fish, so is a video editor to any visual production. You don't have to know the banks one-on-one. You don't have to know the brand. Let me use the word brand so that it can have so that you get it as a compound name for every business. You don't have to know the brands, whatsoever brand it is. You don't have to know the brand one-on-one. You can bank on it that that content will get to you. There was a time I was just doing a promo for my radio show, and then I contacted, because I works with too much in my hands, so I needed to contact another supporting hand, a graphic designer, to design some of those flyers for me while I face another thing. And then this graphic designer, when he had my name, was like, sir, I saw your name on a job that was given to me later. I was like, what job was that? I couldn't even remember. And I've never met the director one-on-one. I was just called on the job to just do, because there are some major jobs that you have first editor, second editor, third editors, third editor. So as an assistant editor to the main editor. So after editing on it, they gave the job to other supporting editors, probably to do color grading, probably to do sound score and some other stuff like that, because editing is wide. You'll be learning all these at the course of this study, I presume. And that was how this person got to to know me physically. So you can bank on it that a lot of jobs, important jobs, will pass through your desk because you are like a lifesaver to some people's investments. You don't want to hear the amount of money people put on production. You will not want to mess up as an editor. It's like it's like doctors, bringing a patient to you who needs an instant surgery. You have to be experienced, as a surgeon. So that is how that's why you don't have to be left out on any of the main basics, of editing in this course. Because any small thing that you don't really understand very well can make all your timeline. I'm using the editing language right now. Very soon you understand what timeline means. And crash all your timeline. I've seen some people before. She was a female who was working on a job. I saw the timeline. The timeline was too cumbersome, was choked. But do you know the only problem that made this project never come out today? I'm talking about a project of 2.5 million naira. That they've shot already, the rushes. Just because this person does not know a simple tool. And the tool is undo, Ctrl Z. She crashed all the timeline and started all over again. So that is why editors, especially video editors, have to be at the top of their game before editing anything. I tell you, there's no job that is a small job. There's no content given to you to be edited that is a small content. Every content so far is a video content, should be treated as a big content. Any small content can make you have a big, project in your hands. And you know what that means? That means more influence, more connections, and of course, more money for you. So this field of content editing, that's video editing, and then motion graphics design, is just two parts, of a core called editing, motion picture editing. If you want to write that down, motion picture editing. Because when you talk about motion picture is called video. If you want to write that down, still picture is your photograph. It means a picture that doesn't move. Sorry, is any are you guys listening? Are you hearing me? Can you all hear me audibly?
We are listening. We are understanding you.
All right, that was good. So let me go to the importance. Now, the first importance of video editing and motion graphics, is visual storytelling. Visual storytelling. Now, video editing and motion graphics that we've been talking about since, they enable a creation of engaging, dynamic content that captures audience attention. So that is how storytelling is formed. For example, I just want to be vast. There was a time, I don't know if anybody that is conversant with the Gollywood, would understand what I'm saying. There's this director called Eddie Nati. And there's this other director called John Usedome. If you're very conversant with the media space in Ghana, you understand that Eddie Nati is a very, very vibrant and a very widely known director, film director there in Ghana. One of the things that makes this man's work outstanding is the way he tells his story. So when you talk about visual storytelling, you find that more in video editing and motion graphics. Any editor who knows how to edit his videos very well and knows how to apply motion graphics very well would have, introduced the first importance I'm talking about now, which is called visual storytelling, will be very good at visual storytelling. For example, there's this movie is a series movies that was released by Netflix, produced in Nigeria by a popular director called Femi Adebayo. The title, I don't know if you could just write it on your notepad, probably Google it later. The title is Seven Doors. You will be very fascinated at how the first series of that movie was introduced. It actually told the story of the whole movie right from the beginning, that you will not even want to stop watching till the last series. And this was just done in just a 60 not up to an hour, not up to an hour. Now, if you could read little clips to tell a story, like using a clips that are not more than 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, arrange them properly to tell a story of a decade. Ideologically, you are a very smart storyteller, and that makes you a very good video editor. And at the course of this training, you'll be taught how to do that. As a video editor, it is not all the clips that you shoot that you need. Let me repeat that. As a video editor and as a motion graphics editor, it is not all the clips that you shoot that you need. You can end up shooting a clips as long as 7 minutes, and what you will need in that clips might just be 20 seconds clips. Fast track to any duration in that clips. You just cut it away and then you use it as part of what you need. That is why, as a video editor, you must have something that is called the hard drive, external hard drive. And you must not go for an external hard drive of anything less than 500 gig. You have to have 500 gig upward, because you'll be dealing with long files. But at the end, what you might be needing in that clip might not your clips for you. That is the first importance, visual storytelling. Now, the second importance, let me just rush it, communication. As a very good video editor, you must be able to communicate complex ideas in a simple way, so that people who watch that video, may understand, and then you can make some details more accessible to them. There's a way you edit a video, of that shouldn't take you, let's say, a story. Let me use a story of, let's say, a story of an hour, and then there's a way you will edit it in just 30 seconds, that somebody who has, like, as an amateur editor, will look at your job and be like, wow, he's going to understand the information passed in that story than his own job that should have taken him probably an hour. So that is communication. You must be able to be vast. For example, let me use a content. We all see reels of weddings and reels of events. Thank God for the inception of the Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and YouTube short videos that mandate us to post content below 60 seconds. You see that those content, those wedding content, event content, tells a story of an event of almost 5 hours in just 59 seconds. Now, if the Meta industry, the Facebook, the Instagram, has not mandated us to summarize our clip into 60 minutes, we won't be able to, deep into ourselves to look for how we are going to pass a 10 hours event information in just 59 seconds so that we can post. So communication, how you communicate your idea or how you communicate the story, what happens in that event, shows you as a very vast editor. And that is another benefit, importance. Then another importance is branding. It enables you to brand companies. With my long time, period with brands and with companies, I've understand this, that I'm talking to people who want to learn graphics design right now. I've understand that no company can survive without these two people: graphic designers and video editors.
Is it only from my end?
Hello, can you hear me?
Can everybody still hear?
Can anybody still hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good.
I'm hearing you. I'm here. We are hearing you. Just that I muted my mic.
Okay, good. All right.
We are all here. We are all here.
All right, good. For the graphic designers, just have it at the back of your mind that entering this field as a graphic designer is one of the best choice you've ever made. I'm talking about in this era that we are. This era is the era that every company relies solely on the digital marketing space. Let me break down what digital marketing is for you. Digital, when you talk about digital is something calculative and visualistic, something that is not manual, something automatic. So to say, something you can see on the space of the electron, which is your phones, your televisions, your anything that is projected through electrons. Marketing, we all know what marketing is. Marketing is the ability, to make sure that a commodity or a service, is at the end of the end user. I just summarized marketing with that simple. Anything you have to do to make sure that this product, or even if it's something, even if it is poison, anything you have to do to this poison to make sure that there's somebody that needs to die, that poison gets into his hands. That's called marketing. And we have a lot of elements and a lot of stuff that facilitate marketing. So now join it together, digital marketing. That means every techniques you have to use digitally. Digitally means on the electron space that will make sure that people see that so and so thing is available in so and so place at so and so time. That is digital marketing. And I'm telling you, video editing and motion graphics production or editing is one of the soul that every other digital marketing technicians or professionals rely on. So you are talking about a web designer, you're talking about a content creator, you're talking about a UI UX designer, you're talking about, name it, any of the professionals we have in the digital marketing space rely on you to tell that story. If you don't tell it to them that, okay, this is available on this website, you show it, you digitalize it, you illustrate it to them digitally, some of our end users might or may not get to understand it. Do you understand? Crudely. So as a video editor and as a graphic designer, you are the like the end stress, the end work of all other, you know, content creators, let me just say all other digital marketers, their efforts rely solely on you to tell the story, to illustrate what they've done to the public in a very, you know, simple way and understandable manner. That is when their works shows. So that's what I just explained on now, branding. So you are very, very much important in branding of any business or any brand. I'm talking about branding. Branding is the identity of any company. You know, we know that the identity of Coca-Cola is different from the identity of Toyota. The identity of Toyota now, before you start talking about every other product Toyota, you know, does, you will have in your mind, immediately I mention Toyota, what appears in your eyes is two zeros that are crossed, combined in one single, you know, sphere that looks like looks like a human eye. You already know that logo. It is that logo that comes to your mind first. Before you now think, okay, they have cars, they do cars, they do homemade, they do home appliances, they do engines, they do a lot of things, other things that they do. When you talk about Coca-Cola, what comes to your mind first is that cursive way of writing C. Only where you see anybody write C like the way they write Coca-Cola, the first thing will come to your mind is that this is Coca-Cola before you even read the other word. So they have dominated that identity for themselves. Now let's go to KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Immediately you see the old man with beards, and then with that big chef cap on the head, you know this KFC. You might now taste that chicken and it doesn't taste like the KFC chicken you've been eating, but you will have bought the product already. Now, those things that comes to your mind, those pictures that come to your mind immediately when you mention any brand is who you are, is what you are learning to do right now. That is the work of a graphics designer. That is the work of a content creator. That is the work of a motion graphics designer. So I'm just trying to prepare your mind to know how important this line of profession you're choosing is. Then let's come to the real world application. Like how does it how does video editing and motion graphics designing, you know, appeal to our real world that we have right now? Now let me just list them out for you. let me waste your time. Now we have the advertising and marketing. I've talked about that. Video editing and motion graphics are used, to create compelling ads. I've told you already about that. Secondly, we have the film and television. I've mentioned about that. So that's another real world application. Now you can apply it this real world. Now, if you are trying to see how does what I'm trying to learn, how does it apply to this real world? Now I'm telling you right now. In the film and television, you are very relevant. Graphic designer, you are really too much relevant. Too much relevant. I have a lot of design today, a lot of animation today that I told the graphic designer to fair of all design for me. If I now told the graphic designer to export it out as PNG for me to use it as motion graphic, for me to make it move. Are you listening to what I'm saying? And even me as a video editor, I have to contact graphic designer to design something for me and tell the person to render it out as PNG. Sometimes tell the graphic designer to render any element of design out for me as QuickTime. But these are the tools you'll be learning very soon, that are going to make your work easy.
And if I allow you, you continue. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
So you're already practicing the storytelling with us. So, all right. So we don't have much time because we'll have another session that will start in 30 minutes time. All right. So we need to round up this session as quick as possible. So 3 key points I can take, and I believe every person that is listening must have taken. Number 1, you are going to be a very good storyteller by being a video editor and motion graphics designer, and then you also have good communicator because you have to communicate a whole lot of activities just within a few seconds of video. And then you're going to be able to build a brand, either for businesses, for your personal stuff, or for individuals around. All right. So that's by the way. Now, number 3 questions. I have 3 more questions before we open the floor for people to ask their own personal questions as well. All right. Now, the third one, this is a very important question, and you're just going to be brief as possible, right? What are the job roles or career opportunities that are available? I know you've talked about it already, but just in 2 minutes summary, job opportunities and career opportunities available in video editing and motion design.
All right. Let me quickly start from the last question. The job opportunities that are available, like the career opportunities that are available. Can everybody hear me once again? Please just unmute and just say something.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So now the career opportunities that are available. Of course, we know that video editor is a career already, is a vacancy, a job vacancy already that is spreading everywhere right now. Every company wants to employ a video editor. Probably they might have had probably a videographer. So don't misinterpret a videographer and a video editor. They are 2 different things. Not every videographer knows how to edit that video that they are shooting. Just note that down. So video editor. Now, we know what video editor does already. Now they are the ones that are responsible for assembling all the footage into a very good narrative that you can work with. Then number 2, of course, we all know now what we have been discussing: motion graphics. So that is motion graphics designer. That is another career, opportunity. We have a lot of companies too now that needs a motion graphics designer. But what I always tell brands that employs motion graphic designer is this: why don't you tell your HR, your human resource person to conduct interviews widely for a lot of video editors and employ a video editor who knows motion graphic design, so that you won't split your money, waste your money. So that means as a video editor that knows motion graphic design, your pay is mouth watering. Your pay, you should be able, you shouldn't even negotiate anything below standard, because these are companies too that give out employment opportunities to motion graphic designer. So why not learn motion graphics alongside video editing too? Do you understand? Now, another career opportunity on this field is visual effect artists. Visual effect artists, sincerely, this career path that you are trading is a very interesting one. Apart from the fact that you are going to enjoy it, it's very easy to learn. That's if you are very, very much attentive and you have the zeal. Very easy to learn. You understand? It's just like you learning how to play a keyboard. Immediately you can understand the basic, the rudiments. They can leave you alone with a keyboard and then you make different melodies. Do you understand? Very interesting. Now, visual effect artists, number 3. Now, these are for those people who are conversant with the Nigerian industry, the movie industry. You'll have known about Akin Effect. That name rings a bell. For every movie that is released from most of our veteran directors here in Nigeria through the Netflix, the Amazon, the Vimeo, and then the rest, you have this guy does visual effects a lot. That is Nigeria. Now, outside Nigeria, now visual effects, they are we generally call them film tricks. We generally call them film tricks. Now, as children growing up, we loved the movies that Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Smith Wigglesworth, Arnold Schwarzenegger, does more. And then Jim Cloud, we all know Jim Cloud, Van Damme. We love those movies better, than every other movies, because they are action engaging and then they are thrilling. That is the work of the visual effects, that are involved in those kind of movies, especially the genre of a movie called the sci-fi. Like the Marvel industry, the Disney world, and then so and so and so and so. So those are the.
So I think we've gotten 3 points. Number 1, an opportunity as a video editor, and then you have an opportunity as a motion designer, yeah. And then
3,
you also have the
visual. Then the
visual
number 4 is content creator. See, those 4 job opportunities, just type them on Indeed or type them on any job search app. It will bring millions of offers for you. In fact, right now, everywhere, content creator, video editor, motion graphic designer, graphic designer, everywhere. So these job opportunities right now are hotcake, and they are of high demands. So the demand for a skilled video editor and motion graphic designer, it grows. It continues to grow.
Okay, I think Mr. Richard is raising up the hand.
Okay.
Is this a question? Okay.
Yeah. Good evening. Yeah. It's a question. I want to ask a question. Why is it that when you go to Europe, or let me say in the foreign countries like this, you have somebody who is specialized in graphics. You have somebody who is specialized in editing. You have somebody who is specialized in motion and effects. Why is it that in this Africa, they always want to, if they want to employ, companies want to employ somebody who knows all these four, but they want to pay them low.
You're right. All right. Can I answer that question quick?
Yes, very quickly, please.
All right. So thanks for that question. I feel that the person who asked that question is a brother of mine. Are you a Ghanaian?
This place I'm a Ghanaian.
Aha, good. I can see that in your dialects. So the reason is this. The reason is this. You know, Africans really love to how can I put it? African likes to maximize productivity and minimize expenditure, minimize costs. Let me use it that way. Because personally, I've experienced this too. All these people are professionals. The video editor is a professional. The motion graphic designer is a professional on his own. The visual effect artist is a in fact, let me be frank with you. Do you know that just the work of a visual effect artist is times 10 harder than the work of a video editor? But the video editor, the motion graphic designer, the visual effect artist combines their work together and makes it happen. In another field, they call them the makeover artist. Hello, Mr. John.
Mr. John and Mr. Eric and Mr. Steven, I think.
Okay.
Okay, let's just take all the questions together so we can just.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
let's
I
start
can go ahead with my question. Yeah, so I have a concern. I have a question.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Okay, let me first say I'm Eric. I'm Eric Doe. I'm from Liberia, and let me say thank you to the presenter for telling all the importance of this profession. But what I want to understand now, we all know the fact that we are in a more contemporary world where artificial intelligence now has shifted the world. So some of those complicate some of artificial intelligence AI.
AI. Okay.
Yeah, AI now has shifted the world where some of those complicated design that some of the video editors used to carry on in the past, right now with the help of AI, now AI making so simple now, so many people may not want to maybe hire those professional again because maybe they have a software that can do it. So what I want to understand now, it is possible as a video editor or motion designer that you can even use the same AI to set yourself apart from maybe the ordinary person that would just want to just use the mere AI maybe to do one or two work that he or she wants to do. It is possible that I can learn a skill or the same skill to so I can be set apart from those that will just be using the mere AI to do their work. That's just what I want to know because AI now is changing the world.
Okay.
Wow.
That question is taken. Let's take all their questions as well before we. Mr. John, you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah, thank you. My name is John. I'm from Rwanda. For me, video edit, I can understand it. So sometimes when we're watching television news, you can see the video editor was maybe pagan, any person. But about motion, I want to understand about the motion. Is it motion editor, motion what? I did not understand. And for about the content creator, because if I have captured him well, so the opportunity is a content provider, motion editor. So I did not capture the well on the motion. For the video editor,
Okay.
it's understandable. So,
Okay.
for me, I want to understand well for the motion. Motion, is it like I can take a picture and then I translate it on the video? Is it? I don't know whether I understand it well, but regarding the
Okay.
motion, if
Okay.
the video, I can just take the video and then I edit it as I want. But the motion, I think I don't know whether I can take the picture and then from there I translate it to video. Is it that sense? Or I'm just understanding it wrongly? Thank you.
Okay. The question is on that. The question is basically, what is motion design, or what is motion design all about?
Cool. Yeah, that's it. You have captured me well.
All right, Mr. Steven, go on with the last question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, the question that I wanted to ask, Mr. Eric has already answered the question, asked the question, because I wanted to know, because of this AI stuff, because
Okay.
like, how is it that this editing and motion graphics, how is it going to survive in the next 5 years or 10 years? So that's the question that I wanted to ask, but Mr. Eric has already touched parts of the question that I wanted to ask. So that is
All right.
it. Yeah, thank
All
you.
right, Mr. Michael, please, just as brief as possible, please. Just the
Okay.
there are 2 questions now. How does AI come in or affect
Okay.
the jobs of video editors and motion design? And number 2, what is motion design all about?
Okay. Thank you very much for these questions, and I really appreciate the people who asked this question for their depth, fast thinking. So let me start from the question of Mr. Eric. Yeah, asking about the inception of AI and the manpower, the man brain and the artificial intelligence. Now, if we have AI softwares, coming in place to displace every human intelligence, what is the survival chances that these professions will still be needed in the market space, in the professional space? I think that is the question, and this is the answer to it. To every advantages technology gives to us, I want you to always know that there's always a disadvantage. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good. Now, if you understand the disadvantages of what is coming to displace your work in the office, if you understand the loopholes of the seemingly possible person to be employed to displace what you are doing in the office, you will show more of that strength over that person to your boss, and your boss will think twice. Now, that leads me to explain to you that even if AIs are there to take over the works of a graphic design, even if AIs are there to take over the work of a video editor, these AI are not as smart as your own intelligence. These artificial softwares are not as smart as your own natural intelligence in your field. This leads me to exposing the loopholes of AI in your own field. Now, listen to me attentively. Now, we know that AIs have so many benefits, and there are also some potential disadvantages to consider. Which are these? Listen. Now, job displacement. The number one thing I want you to understand is automation. AI may automate certain jobs by potentially displacing workers. But let me be frank with you. AI cannot work without the person who operates it. Take that thing. Now, the point of duty for you to learn about all the AI tools, all the AI softwares that operates in your own profession, in your own job. Are you listening to what I'm saying here?
Yes.
So they take a soldier. Okay? Because of the maths, to know how to use that machine to display better the enemies that machine would have displaced when it's been operated by itself. That's the problem of automation. So for you to know about the AI tools that can work for you for some certain tools you use in editing. For example, if we start this editing course, video editing course, you will learn about how to cut a video. Your job is to learn about the AI software that can cut like 5 clips in just 2 seconds. Are you getting me? They cannot operate themselves. Number 2, changes in job markets. Now, artificial intelligence can lead to shifts in the job market, like requiring workers to adapt to new roles. If in the market space of a video editor or a graphic designer, there exists a lot of artificial intelligence softwares that can write a script for you, that can choose the right scenery to shoot a content, that can arrange scripts, that can arrange clips. Let me tell you about an AI also that can synchronize all the sounds you have on a video clips with the sound you record externally. That AI is called Red Eye. That software, you can download it on Get Into PC. That Red Eye has an AI installed on your system to synchronize the sound you record externally. You know, most of the time, we cannot rely on the sound that our video recorder, our camera, records for us. It might have noise. So we use external sound recorders to record the sound of anything we are shooting. Now there's an AI that joins, that removes the sound of that original video and replace it with the freshly recorded sound that we record on an external recorder and join it exactly to this video. It will synchronize every moment of the video with that original, with that recorded sound. And the mouth movements of the person speaking in that video will not overlap. That software is done by an AI called Plural Eyes, but the company is Red Eye. The name of the AI is called Plural Eyes. If you install it now, when you install Plural Eye is not going to use itself. You are the
Okay,
one.
Mr. Michael. I think we'll just have 10 minutes because we are starting the next session in 10 minutes time. So
All right. So that
I
is
wish
it
we
for
have,
the.
we have all the time.
Okay, that's for the artificial intelligence. Now, for the motion picture, let me quickly explain. That's for the second question. The person who asked the second question. Now, motion. When you hear motion, motion means move. When you hear still or stop, it means something that is not moving. So, motion picture is a picture that moves. That is your video. That is your videography. Every videography is a comparison, a compilation of images that moves. Play any video, you will see that everything there is moving. That is called motion picture. It's another name to call video. So when you talk about still picture,
Can I cut you short? Can I cut you short? So you mean that
right,
a picture you can take a picture and then you make it in the video. That's what you call motion.
Yeah. If you can make a picture move, that is a video on its own.
Okay,
Let me give you an example. Before this cartoon called Tom and Jerry, are you familiar with that cartoon?
Yes.
Before that cartoon becomes digitalized today with so many effects and movable sci-fis for that cartoon. Traditionally, originally, the Tom and Jerry cartoon operated as a still picture, operated as a still drawing on pages.
That's good.
And those pages were being flipped to make those still images.
So you mean that you mean that? So the cartoon as well. You take me to another question. So cartoon, is it part of this video editor, motions, or whatever, or it's a part of development?
Cartooning is called animation, and animation is part of motion picture. But it is another course on its own.
So in summary, what the thing is, he said is motion graphics.
Cartoon is
right?
it part of the video editor and this motion videos? Is it part of it? So if post completion of this course, can I be able to maybe to develop one cartoons, either regardless of language, either in Kinyarwanda, in Nigerian languages, in whatever? Is it possible?
Yes, it's very, very possible to develop any cartoon and make it speak any language you want it to speak.
That's great. So that's part of video editor or motion things?
It is part of motion picture editing.
Great.
It is called animation and cartooning. Animation
satisfied,
and cartooning.
Thank you so much. I'm very satisfied and interested.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
So the thing is, there is a very broad subject, right? It's a very broad subject. So I believe.
So will it be in this course? Is it going to be part of this course?
I really don't think so. I think cartooning and do you think it should be part of this course, Mr.
Cartooning and animation is. We have people still doing masters, writing their master's degrees on it right now, but it is achievable, but not in the video editing course is too broad on its own to go to animation.
Yes, so
you don't understand video editing.
That
you cannot understand animation.
So I believe
Mr.
what
President,
is trying to ask, what you're trying to ask is if we are going to teach cartooning in this 3 months course. That's the question, right?
Yes. For me, I want to know, post completion of this course, whether I'll be able to develop my own cartoons.
No, unfortunately, no, because that's a broad field on its own. All right. So what we are going to be focusing.
Yet it's a part of motion.
Yes, even in motion, there are other fields. there are fields inside motion graphics. I believe so, Mr. Michael.
Of course.
So you have to have the foundation. So it is just like somebody that enrolled that wants to study full stack web development, software development, and the person is asking, by the end of the course on full stack development, will I be able to develop Facebook and Instagram applications? Of course, you cannot do that, because that is very much advanced. So in like manner,
Yes.
cartooning is an
Very
advanced
advanced.
part of motion graphics. So in this 3 months
So you
course,
start from
actually
video
having the
editing
foundation.
and you graduate to depth.
Exactly. I hope the question is under the answer
Okay,
is under.
so motion and cartoons. Are you
But
going? Do you
I
have a
am
plan
guaranteeing
to
you.
provide such?
I'm guaranteeing you that
Mhm.
there's a part of editing that you will get to, that you will be getting conversant with animations that will give you the foundation of cartooning. And that is
Okay.
motion picture editing. So you just
Okay.
stay
Thank you.
alert to this course. When you are to start
So is there
animation and cartooning, it will be very easy for you.
Is there any roadmap? Is there any roadmap for this video editor, cartoons, and animations, motion videos, such kind, like cybersecurity? There maybe you are going to be from this level up to CISA, which is at the level of
Yes,
being
yes.
auditor.
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
Is there
yes,
any
I believe
roadmap for
what
this?
you're asking is the what's it called? The curriculum, right? That we are going to be treating in this course. Right. For
That's
cybersecurity,
the right
there's
one.
yes, for cybersecurity, there's a curriculum. For video editing and motion design, there's also a curriculum that will be following. So that curriculum is going to show you what we're going to be doing every day, 3 times a week for 3 months. All right. And then at the end of the 3 months, there's a capstone project that you are going to do. Probably, I don't know, that will be given by the instructor. I believe 1 project on video editing and 1 project on motion design. All right. So the curriculum will be sent to us by tomorrow morning in the group. I'll post it tomorrow morning. The curriculum for this course.
Thank you, Pedro.
Yes. It will be posted tomorrow morning. All right. We are already behind time. Wow. I don't know if any person is also having a question for the instructor before we. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish the questions I have here because of time, but let's just take 1 or 2 questions or 1 question, just 1 question from any of the students before we call it a day. The instructor for the UI UX design is already here, and I'm going to be calling him up soon to begin the session on UI UX design and product design as well. So before we take a question, all right, I just want to, as a closing remark on this subject, like I mentioned in the group, the tech camp, 3 months tech camp on video editing and motion design is beginning first week of June, all right? And we already posted a Google form in the group for persons to indicate the course of their interest. So if it is motion design and video editing that you're interested in, you can simply fill the form that I posted on the group so that you can let us know, have a count on the number of interested persons for future references. So the tech camp is meant to start first week of June and is meant to last for 3 months, 3 classes per week. And I believe the fees are already posted in the group as well. So that is by the way. But yeah, so if there's no more questions, I think we can switch immediately to UI UX design, product design. And I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Michael. Really, it was, in fact, me myself, I learned something. So in today's session. So we will follow up on the number of interested persons so that we can have a count on them and then have a closed door WhatsApp group for persons that are interested in video editing and motion design, so that we can have a closer touch with your student, because I believe this is a very long journey. The 3 months
Yeah.
is just a step to your dream or your journey to becoming a master video editor or motion designer, right? So don't take it as though 3 months and then I'm a guru. Definitely not, right? Yeah, this 3 months is a first step, and as you progress, that is why we have a community, right? All the persons that are registered for video editing and motion design course is going to be added to a WhatsApp group where you get to learn together, to interact together, to solve problems together, beyond the 3 months training. All right, so it's a long journey. Okay, so it's the first step, and I want to congratulate you for joining this session. So, Mr. Michael, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. All right.
Thank you so much. I believe your students will enjoy your.
All right.
your
I
training.
believe so too. Especially Mr. Eric is very inquisitive.